Hi, and welcome back to Dragon Age Origins with me and Nidhi. So I went ahead and sold off quite a bit of our stuff. I do have a decent amount of cash now also. So I actually didn't unequip my secondary weapon sets that I stored on the characters, so that's something we still have to get rid of eventually. And Win doesn't have one, okay. So that's one thing. Yeah, I did keep the more interesting looking weapons, like, well, in essence those things that are, well, blessed with interesting stats, more or less. And these here I didn't look at too much. So yeah, I do have more space for more stuff now. Let's level up Alistair now. So we do need more strength in order to be able to carry armor, massive armor. So we'll just put all of it into strength. And here, what else could we do? Can I get something from the shield tree? So shield pommel, overpower. Yeah, those are perhaps nice things to have, but not sure if they're going to help too much right now. Let's get cleanse area. Yeah, let's get that. Why not? And now let's see if he actually can wear something new. Yeah, we could get Kaelin's stuff onto him. I think we just... Well, the stuff he has right now is nice in a sense of it gives him a lot of stamina to work with. But I think Kaelin's stuff would be better in terms of, well, the greaves for sure. They would be good for just 20% dodge chance. That's just massive. So we'll just take that anyways. And did we lose a fatigue bonus or set bonus? No, we still have a set bonus. Not sure how, but let's see what else do we have from Kaelin. The gauntlets. So here we would gain 1.25 armor for a loss of fire resistance. Yeah, not sure. Let's see. Don't lose the set bonus, so that could also work. And for Kaelin's breastplate, I mean, we have now one with 15 armor. Could go up to 16.75 with 15 physical resistance. Yeah, let's just take a full Kaelin's plate, so he's shiny, our shiny golden knight. Let's just go with that and continue on. We still have this. Yeah, okay, so we're at the battlefield now. There's ravens around here, and we'll have to deal with that troll, perhaps. I'm sure he'll raise that one or something. So yeah, flashback to the time of the battle. Although we were in the tower and not present here. Guess he will revive that thing. Yeah, exactly. Still has the sword sticking in it. Duncan's sword? I think it's Duncan's sword. Or one of them at least. So, Alistair, I'll need you to just charge in on that risen ogre. Morrigan, can you do some freezing tricks? And we'll just arrow slay it. So can we attack the other one there? I mean, that would be nice, kind of. Anyways, since there's a lot of things that can walk around here and that will walk around probably, we'll go ahead and cast a nice little storm. Come on, don't lose focus of the ogre. It's critical that the ogre is not attacking me. Morrigan, let's get some ice magic up and running as well. While this character here is almost dead. Can we heal it? The main character, can we heal him? Alright. Still a lot of damage. But also the ogre does take a bit of damage from all sources. Let's get the heal off. I think that's more important. Okay. We're still alive. We're still kicking. Let's kick the ogre. Stun it and run away for a second. Morrigan also, please. To the back. We need to tank in the front to deal with it. Let's get Scatter Shot out. Hope that it will stun a couple things. There we go. So those shambling corpses, let's attack that. Needs to go. Now the ogre is almost down. Tank is still good. Get an arrow critical shot in. Okay, it's not even needed. So we have a lot of corpses coming in still. No, I don't have any mana left. I see. Yeah, let's just deal with them regularly then. Why is there slow motion? I don't know why we have slow motion, but anyways. That's all good. So I think he's running out of corpses to revive soon. There we go, the last two. And get a critical shot onto that. Okay, and there we go. He has no adds that he could use. Everyone attack him. Okay, get those shots off. I'll just wait with using any other skills on the main character until we get some stamina for an arrow of slaying.
Come, let us end this.
So until then, just shoot, although I think he's down before we can do anything. Yeah, okay. So, what do we have here? The ogre has Duncan's dagger and Duncan's sword. Not bad, not bad. Longsword, main hand, tier 5. Willpower, cunning, stamina regeneration in combat, damage versus darkspawn, damage versus dragons, critical backstab damage and dexterity. Well, very nice weapons there. The skeleton here has a bit of cash. Those two. Mushroom.
I shall do it.
Elf root. Okay, okay. I'll take it. We'll have to loot that guy there later anyways, but let's just check that we don't miss anything. Alright, that one will have Kaelin's helmet then. There we go, Kaelin's helm. It will add 1 armor and 10 mental resistance. And the topaz, I'll take that.
The last of them.
It has been a long day. By the lines around your eyes, I dare say you look as old as I.
And if I may say so, milady, you appear to be getting younger by the day.
Be careful who you flirt with, young man. When you wake up beside me tomorrow morning, I'll be back to reminding you of your grandmother.
Beside you?
You heard what I said. It would not be the first time I woke to a younger man in my bed.
Are all women this evil and conniving when they grow old?
Just me, my dear. Just me.
Alright. Well, I think that's a helmet that is actually useful to Alistair right now. Yes, it's a major upgrade to the Templar helmet. So equip that and he just looks fabulous. Yes, that's great. I like the purple plume as well. Yeah, okay, so can we leave somehow other than just running all the way back? I don't think so, but the quest should be done now. Return to Ostagar. Well, that's more or less done. Perhaps we'll need to do something with his body as well. Don't think... No, we can't do anything back there, right? Just checking, not that we have to run all the way back. No, it doesn't look like it. No. Alright. Back to the upper levels then, by, well, by means of walking. Alright. Back to the tunnels. Alright, we have to do that. It's cutscene time. Or cutscene-y. Perhaps it will move us up to the bridge immediately, or just do everything by itself.
Alistair, are you all right?
Oh, they left him here to rot. We need to do something.
Yeah, let's get him down.
He was a good man.
Not because he was a royal, but...
And died too young. He deserves what little honor we can afford to grant him.
Okay, a new ability, what? Morrigan disapproved, Wynne approved, Alistair approved greatly. Yeah, that's okay. Skill acquired. Alistair acquired plot skill. Minor constitution. Inspired by your leadership, this party member has gained a minor bonus to constitution. Not bad. Wynne has also willpower. Has Morrigan already something? Yes! Magic, that's great. Okay, I think we are done here. The quest is also gone. So we'll just move on. I think we may actually head towards... Well, can I change the party? I'll have to change the party because Morrigan doesn't want to be around when we deal with her mother, Flemeth. So we'll probably go to the camp first, do a bit of talking, and then it's probably next part when we go to Flemeth's hut. Either to Flemeth's hut or to Soldier's Pass for the last DLC area. We'll see. Let's go to the camp first, though.
I lied to you, you know, about why I left Orlais.
And we get to the talking already. So, you lied why you left Orlais. I knew you weren't telling me something.
I didn't feel like talking about it then. What happened to me? Maybe it will affect us, maybe not, but you should know. I came to Ferelden and the Chantry because I was being hunted in Orlais.
So, what for?
I was framed, betrayed by someone I thought I knew and could trust. Marjolaine. She was my mentor and friend. She taught me the bardic arts, how to enchant with words and song, to carry myself like a highborn lady, to blend in as a servant. The skills I learned, I used to serve her, my bard master, because I loved her, and because I enjoyed what I did.
Mm-hmm. So, so you were dutiful, but still got in trouble.
You can say it was my fault. There was a man I was sent to kill. I was to bring Marjolaine everything he carried. I don't know who this man was. She gave me a name and a description, and I hunted him down. I found documents on his body, sealed documents.
So you opened them?
My curiosity got the better of me. Something told me that I needed to know what was in those letters. Marjolaine had been selling all kinds of information about Orlais to other countries, Nevara and Antiva among others. It was treason.
But isn't that what bards do?
Some. But I had always assumed Marjolaine only operated within Orlais. This was an unhappy surprise for me. My life as bard taught me that my loyalties should be kept fluid. My concern was not that she was a traitor, but that her life would be in danger if she was caught. Orlais has been at war with so many countries. It takes a harsh view of such things, as I later discovered.
Most countries don't appreciate treason.
I should have left well alone, but I didn't. I had to tell Marjolaine I feared for her life. She brushed aside my concern. She admitted her guilt, but said it was in the past. That is why the documents had to be destroyed, she said. I believed her. I kept believing up till the moment they showed me the documents, altered by her hand, to make me look the traitor.
Alright, and who's they? The guards?
The Orlesian guards. They captured me. Did terrible things to make me confess and reveal my conspirators. It was a traitor's punishment I endured. And at the end of it, all that awaited me was eternity in an unmarked grave.
So, how did you get out of this situation?
The skills Marjolaine taught me were good for something at least. I broke free when I saw the opportunity. I did not seek Marjolaine out. If she thought I was coming for her, she would have me caught again.
I see, so that's how you came to Ferelden and to the Chantry.
I was tempted to confront her. I was furious, betrayed. But what could I do against her? And so I fled to Ferelden, to the Chantry and the Maker. Ferelden protected my person, and the Maker saved my soul. And that is the reason I am here. The real reason. No more lies between us, at least in this.
Well, thanks for trusting us, or me.
It feels good to have this off my chest. Thank you for listening and understanding.
Think we'll... Well, if we get a quest from her, like with Morrigan for killing her mother, it will probably be for the... Well, the how was she called? Marjolaine or something? Will come to Ferelden somehow and will be going out to kill her, perhaps? Anyways, Wynne, what do you have to say?
You've encountered many abominations, apart from the ones in the Circle Tower?
No. those were the first ones, I think.
The first time I saw an abomination, my blood turned to ice. It was months before the nightmares stopped. It was the knowledge that I could easily become one of them that frightened me the most.
Well, you would never become an abomination.
Every mage is vulnerable, no matter how accomplished or powerful. That is the first thing we learn, and overconfidence can lead to recklessness. One slip. All it takes is one slip, and everything you are is simply gone. Replaced by madness. And there is no turning back, or at least that's what they say.
So... you think there is a way back?
Of late, I have begun to wonder if there is any way an abomination can be cured. Or if a mage could be so possessed and still retain their sanity, their humanity.
Well... we cannot let them be simply because they might get better. Yeah, but if one retains the humanity, would you still call him an abomination?
Yes, it is madness and cruelty that define abominations. If those are lacking, if the mage remembers the person they truly are, then they are not an abomination. I never saw that. Thank you for showing me another way of looking at it.
Well, you're welcome.
So, tell me, how did you become a Grey Warden?
Well, short story, I met Duncan and he liked me. Well, no, Arl Howe massacred my family, Duncan helped me escape.
Arl Rendon Howe? The Arl of Amaranthine? Why would he do such a thing to you?
Power struggles, probably. Yeah, jealousy perhaps, who knows, but he had always been a friend of the Couslands before.
You are the last of the Couslands? I had no
Couslands.
idea. My lord?
Nah, I'm just a Grey Warden now.
Yes, I suppose so. You can no longer have a title, can you? But that does not mean you must forget utterly where you came from. Take heart, dear friend. You survived, even when you were not expected to. We do not know yet what lies in store for you, or the name you carry. It is not so bad, is it, being a Grey Warden?
Let's say... someone has to be the Grey Warden to stop this darkspawn. Let's see, I'd give it up if it meant I could see my family again. I just wish my house did not have to fall. Yes, exactly. I will do my duty, but I won't forget what Howe did. I just hope that I can show the strength Duncan saw in me. Just wish my house did not have to fall.
Sometimes it gives me comfort to think that everything will end up the way it's supposed to. That it will be all right. You were chosen. You survived the joining when others did not. Perhaps it was meant to be. I must ask, what does being a Grey Warden mean to you?
Wow, lots of talking with her today. Let's see. Well, I think it means I've been chosen to do something important about the Darkspawn.
But there's more to being a Grey Warden than killing Darkspawn and saving the world from the Blight. Ultimately, being a Grey Warden is about serving others. About serving all people, whether elves or dwarves or men.
Yes, but first let's deal with the Blight. You mean to say I serve as a protector?
As a Grey Warden, you are a guardian of men. and you guard them because their continued existence is more important than you are. Thus it is you who serves, not they.
Well, suppose that makes sense.
A good king, a true king who cares for his land, uses his power to rule firmly but fairly. He serves his people first and foremost. The king who does not do this, who believes that he is entitled to his power, who abuses it and uses it for his own means, is a tyrant.
Never said any of those things. I don't, well... Yeah, no, I don't think I want power.
If you live apart from others, and your actions affect only you, then you may do as you wish. But if you have power, influence, and strength, your every action will be as a drop of water in a clear, still pond. The drop causes ripples, and ripples spread. Think of how far they will go, how wide they will become, how will they affect the pond. But I've lectured enough for today. I should stop before I wear out my welcome.
Okay, even more talking.
What's on your mind?
So, let's see. Are you feeling better now?
Oh, yes, and thank you for asking. I'm feeling much better today.
Yeah, I like making sure all my companions are well. Oh, please let me know if there's anything I can do.
Well, thank you for your kindness, my dear. It certainly warms these rickety old bones.
Okay.
What's on your mind?
And... was just thinking about being a Grey Warden.
Is something troubling you?
I don't know, it's just difficult sometimes.
You are one of the 2 surviving Grey Wardens in Ferelden. You defend all of us, and much rests on your shoulders. It may not mean much to you, but thank you for having the courage to continue to fight.
We'll try to be ready when the time comes.
And that gives me hope. Have you heard much about the Grey Wardens of old?
Well... only what I've heard in the old tales.
It was said that watching the Wardens ride in on their white griffins was enough to rouse a weary heart and put the dance back in the step of an old man. The Grey Wardens were powerful, feared and respected, but they also inspired the common people. I remember a tale that was told to me many years ago.
Go on.
The Blight had ravaged the land for months, and the armies of the great kings had amassed for one last stand. As the sun burst through the clouds that boiled and churned in the dark sky above, it illuminated a vast, seething horde of darkspawn, with the archdemon at its head. And it was then, when courage seemed to fail, and all lost to death and despair, that the Grey Wardens came. They arrived with the beating of wings like mighty war drums, and stood before the armies of men.
Well, it could have come earlier, perhaps.
The Grey Wardens, grim and fearless, marched forth, ever between the men and the encroaching darkspawn. They formed a shield of their own bodies and held that line until the archdemon was dead, and the last darkspawn lay trampled in the dirt. And then, demanding neither reward nor recognition for their sacrifice, the Grey Wardens departed. When the clouds finally rolled back, and the sun shone full upon the blighted ground, the great kings knew that they had lost no men, and none of their blood had been spilled.
This story isn't about a specific battle, is it?
You are observant. This is a tale about no battle the Grey Wardens have fought. And yet, about them all, they have always defended us from the Darkspawn, taking losses so we do not have to. People may have forgotten over the centuries, but nothing has changed. This knowledge has been blessing and burden to Grey Warden's past, and now it shall be your blessing and your burden.
I mean, sounds like back in the days there were way more Grey Wardens than there are now. I mean, we know there were more than just me, Alistair, and Duncan at the battle, but doesn't sound like there were so many that they could just defeat the army.
What's on your mind?
Anyways, I'll never lead a normal life, will I?
No, you won't.
Already knew the answer, don't know why I asked.
Because you were not looking for the answer, but for someone to tell you that in spite of it, you'll be all right. You wonder sometimes, don't you? If your life would be better if you weren't who you are.
Sometimes a little.
When I was a young woman in the tower, I came to the realization that the circle would be my life, and I would know no other. Family, love, a simple life. These were things that others took for granted, that I would never have.
Yeah, I think the grass is always greener on the other side.
It made me very moody. All I could think of was being trapped in that tower with no way out and no end in sight. I started hating my life and myself, and one night I found myself in the tower's chapel. I was seeking refuge, maybe answers.
So, did you find any of those?
I must have looked tearful or made some noise, because the revered mother came out and decided to speak to me. And because I had no one else to talk to, I talked to her. I must have said many silly things, but she told me that the Maker puts us all on our paths for a reason, and fighting our intended course is what causes so much anguish.
Yeah, problem is you can always work on, well, there's the view of we have all been set on our path and there's nothing we can do about it, but that's prone to make people not work on themselves. So there's, yeah, that's okay. If it helps, did it make you feel better?
I thought the old biddy was full of rubbish. I was 15, maybe 16, and I knew everything. So I left, but I always found my way back to that chapel. And as the years passed, I began to see the truth of her words. We were supposed to be polar opposites, mage and priest. But we weren't. There was much about us that was the same.
All this sappy nonsense is going to make me throw up. I suppose priests have to give up a lot too. Yeah.
The revered mother had lived in the chantry all her life, as I had been in the tower for all of mine. She taught me that you can find your family in the people around you, that you can love your work and find fulfillment in duty. And there is joy even in self-sacrifice. If you put others before yourself, then their well-being is yours, and their happiness is your happiness.
Yeah, I guess that can work to a certain degree. Won't be easy to live that way.
You can scream and cry and be angry about life as a Grey Warden, or you can accept it and allow yourself to see the good in it. This is your choice.
Alright, even more talking to her. I think we can't deal with any other companions as long as we talk to
What's
her.
on your mind?
So last question about the circle?
I will answer to the best of my ability.
Okay, perhaps not the last question. Why didn't you want to stay at the tower? Yeah.
The circle is in good hands. Irving knows what to do, and he doesn't need me underfoot. For now, I will support those that battle the Darkspawn. I do feel I left things unfinished in Ostagar. There is so much left to do, and I would be part of it.
Alright, well, I'm glad to have you, but... well, the children will be fine. Yeah, glad for you to be here.
The Grey Wardens, all 2 of you, need all the help you can get. I will see this through to the bitter end, and after that, if I am still left standing, then I will return to the circle.
I'm sure you will be able to return if you so choose.
Perhaps. What's on your mind?
So...
I will answer to the best of my ability.
anything else? So, how did you become a mage?
People don't become mages. They are born mages. The talent just surfaces later. But you are asking how I ended up at the Circle. I was brought there by the Templars, just like many of the other apprentices. I don't remember very much. I was very young then.
So, what about your family?
I didn't have a family. I never knew my real parents. My earliest memory was of hiding in a hayloft on a farm, trying to keep warm. I was found, and the farmer's wife was kind enough not to send me away. But they had children of their own, and I was never made to feel welcome. The eldest son was the worst. He was always calling me a stray, and throwing anything he could get his hands on at me. And I don't know how it happened, but one day, he just found his hair on fire. Fortunately, there was a large trough nearby.
Yeah. Serves him right?
He ran screaming, dripping head and all, to his mother. I was shut up in the barn, with a bowl of water and a crust of hard bread. The Templars arrived several mornings later.
Were the Templars mean to you?
One of them ignored me, but the other was kind to me. He gave me sweets, and even sat me on his shoulders once, when I wanted to look over a high wall that ran along the road. I'll never forget the moment the Templars led me into the entrance hall of the tower. I had never seen anything so grand in my life. I stopped being afraid then. I knew I was home.
Well, that's a great story.
Well, that's about all there is to my tale. That's how I came to the Circle.
And what was life like in the tower?
I would be lying if I said it was easy. First, there were rules, and we were constantly watched to make sure we behaved appropriately. Then there was the study of magic. We had to cast the spells just so, control the effects completely. A single word spoken incorrectly, a gesture out of sync, and lack of focus. And we needed to have perfect focus, or we would be in danger.
Well, at least you learned the dangers of magic from the Circle.
Without the Circle and my mentors, I would not have been where I am today. And there was joy in life at the Circle. The joys of fellowship, in knowing that you were not alone in your struggles. In spite of everything, I was happy in the tower, and I loved it.
Yeah, I mean, you also have the joy of pursuing knowledge, I guess. Well, yeah, there's nothing else to talk about with you, apparently. But that was a long discussion anyways. Let's see, how is our... Well, with Morrigan, we are at 43. Alistair at 28. Wynne, she's 44. Very, very high up. Liliana, also quite high. Sten, well, I'd say he's not at 0. Did he warm up a bit? I think he was never at plus 11. And Severin is at 0. Yeah, we'll have a talk with him later on, and perhaps we'll have some gifts for him as well. We will see next time. So thanks a lot for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed, and yeah, have a great day. Bye.